Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abel and welcome back to Local to Global on FM22. Today we're introducing you to club number 3 of the Journeyman. We're just about to accept our new contract at our new club. Of course, we've left Europa FC, and last episode we were looking for a brand new club and we've had offers from all over Europe. But today we're finally going to make that decision. As always, if you're enjoying the video, drop a like, leave comments. Hopefully you'll look forward to how we do at our new club. If you haven't, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn notifications on. Let's see who we're going to be joining. So since we last met, we have had more offers from other clubs. NAFTA in Slovenia offered us a job. There's a side called Narva Trans in Estonia. They offered us a job. Even Ryan Reynolds offered us a job to be the Wrexham manager. £1,200 a week, but their transfer budgets and wage budgets weren't amazingly high. So we turned down Ryan Reynolds. What a sentence that is. Dominica in Slovakia was one of the sides that was, trying to get us. And we did consider going to Slovakia. And Slavia in Georgia, another side that offered us the job, as well as a couple of sides in Ukraine, like Minai. But we're travelling just over 1,000 miles from Gibraltar and we are going to Belgium. Yellow-red KV Mechelen hire Brown. KV Mechelen have today confirmed the appointment of Andy Brown as the club's new manager. We're going to have our first game in charge against Oostende on the 10th of November. We're replacing Bob Peters. We turned down a number of other clubs, Wrexham as we mentioned, Budapest in Hungary, Tuzla City, Iraklis. They're on a run of 4 straight league defeats and they're 18th place in the Eerste Klasse A. I think they're either bottom or second bottom. So yeah, they need a bit of help and hopefully we will be the person to give them that boost and try and keep them in the division. You can see 3-star reputation there, big jump up from 1-star Europa. Media prediction of 12th place, they're currently 18th, so they're not doing too well. Founded in 1904, they have a fierce rivalry with RC Mechelen, who are down in the 3rd tier. They have a stadium with a 17,500 capacity, the AFAS Stadium, basic training facilities, excellent youth facilities, and average youth recruitment. Okay finances, we've got a transfer budget, we've got a healthy wage budget. Enjoying their greatest era during the 1980s, Malinois have a history they can be proud of, boasting a total of 17 competition wins. Here are just some of their highlights. KV Mechelen won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1988, won the Super Cup, won the Belgium Top Division in 1943, 46, 48, and 89. And are 5-time runners-up, won the Beker van België in 1987 and 2019, and finished second best 4 further times. So this is a side with a bit of European experience, had a first division spell in the 80s with a title and second places and third places, and a European trophy. European Cup winners in 1988. No one since Mechelen in Belgium has won a European trophy. So Mechelen, the last side in Belgium to win a European club competition. Looks like they play a very similar system to the one that we play at Tunbridge and Europa. So this might be a really good fit for us. Let's have a look at the culture then. They want us to play entertaining football, develop players using the youth system. Well, we do have, I think, excellent youth facilities, it said. Work within the wage budget and sign players to sell for a profit. So we are going to be kind of like a selling club. I'm going to try and avoid selling players if I can, especially if they're good. This season, they want us to avoid finishing bottom of the table. Our media prediction is 12th, so hopefully we can avoid that. The Belgian Cup, they want us to get to the 7th round. I'm not sure when we enter that. And then after that, they just want us to continue staying off the bottom of the table. Well, I mean, hopefully we can use the system we've been using at Europa and Tunbridge. We'll have to probably make some tweaks, but we'll have a good look at the squad in just a second, I think. Okay, so let's have a look at the situation here in the Jupiler Pro League then. KV Mechelen, bottom of the table after 14 games, 8 points, just 2 wins, 2 draws, losing 10 games, scoring 11 goals, conceding 23. So defensively, they have conceded the most. We're 3 points from safety, but then there is a further 5 points up to Beerschot. So I think that's going to be the difficulty, is getting out of that bottom 3 and trying to sort of get ourselves into safety. Looking at the top of the table, 7 teams separated by just a point. You can see Antwerp top of the table, Bruges just behind, there's Genk, there's Kortrijk as well. Cercle Bruges, a side that managed a number of years ago on the channel, they're in 12th place. You've got AA Ghent there as well. Last season they finished in 8th place, which is a good finish, but then this season they just can't seem to get off the bottom of the table. The season before that were 13th and then 17th, so they've been doing better and better, and then this season they've just had a rotten start. So what happened then? Bob Peters was the manager. He was sacked after about 18 months. So results-wise, they did beat Anderlecht in the first home game of this season, and they beat Charleroi as well. So they can get wins, we know that. But other games, they just struggled to score goals, it seems. They're conceding sort of 2 or 3 most games. They did get through in the Belgian Cup 6th round, so they're through to round 7, but we don't know their opponents just yet. Our first game is in a few days against Ostend. It's at home and it's on TV. So looking at what happened last season, they were doing much better. They won some games. They won a fair few games, and as we saw, got mid-table. And then the Belgian League does split into like a championship group, so European places playoff. And there they very much were one of the worst sides and ended up winning just one of those 6 games. So let's have a look at this squad then. Some players here which I don't think are really going to be good enough for us, but definitely some talent here that we can see. Sorting by ability, see, we've got a good core of players here. We've got about 8 or 9 players here that look like they could be of use to us, and some good squad players as well. So our best goalkeeper looks like Gaetan Kuka. He is Belgian, and he looks like a sweeper keeper on attack. I think we will just keep him back, though, but maybe have him as a sweeper. I'm not quite sure. They do have 4 keepers here, though. Yannick Toylan looks like the backup keeper. He's 34 years old. He's been here for 6 years at this point. He's out of contract next season, so I think we will probably let him go on that contract because he is probably past his best. Sandy Walsh at right back is our captain. He's 29. He's been here since 2020. He's a wing back on defend. He's got the athleticism, definitely. Good pace. We do also have Denzel Hall, Jamaican right back, 4-back defend, 13 marking, 12 tackling again, fairly quick, good decision making. Ramsey Ayers, a right back that can play centre back, 13 heading, 14 marking, 13 tackling. Looks good, but 34 years old, probably past his best, and that pace is starting to drop down a bit. Mats Neuster, 25 years old. He's Dutch. He looks like one of our starting centre-backs, definitely. 25 years old from the Netherlands. Again, though, pace of 9, that's a bit of an issue. Dylan Dassey, 21 years old. Doesn't look too bad. 2.5 stars. Some 12s in there. Good teamwork. Physically, he's okay. Also got Lucas Beeker, 31 years old. He's Dutch, 14 tackling, 13 marking. Physically, he's pretty well rounded. Work rate's good, teamwork's good. Okay, Biker looks all right, but 31 years old again. Not sure how much more he's got to give, and he's in the last year of his deal as well. Our centre-backs, we have Ayer and Noster, and that seems to be it. So I think we probably need to get a centre-back in the next transfer window, maybe even more than one. Moving into midfield, Jordi van Lerberg, 28 years old, again, Belgian. A ball-winning midfielder could be useful for us. We do play that sort of DM. We also have Fredrik Skjolstad from Norway. He's 30. Got 3 years left on his deal, but he looks like an option again for that sort of defensive midfield spot, but as a DLP playing a bit deeper. Stanislas Mavinga, 18-year-old American. He looks very useful, actually. Bravery is good, teamwork, that aggression as well. Started a couple of games for them this season, hasn't played too well, but hopefully we can get something good out of him. He looks like a one for the future, 18 years old. Durkasare, he's 20 years old, he's a centre mid support. I wonder if he could be good as a centre mid on attack. He hasn't really got the acceleration for it, but, you know, that could be an option, definitely. Good passer with the ball, good first touch. Decision-making's okay. Bas van den Eyden, 22, another centre mid on attack. Good passer of the ball, determination's good, decision-making's good. Physically, again, very well-rounded. Also have a couple of central attacking midfielders. Not sure how much use they'll be because we don't really play them. I mean, Ben Shibe's one of them. He is unhappy, wants to go out on loan. If we're not going to use him, we may well do that. He's on the last year of his deal, and, you know, maybe we can get some cash for him in January. We also have Kerim Merabti. He's Swedish. He can play on the right-hand side, so a winger could be an option there. Maybe out wide. I don't like advanced playmaker out wide, but wing support maybe. 12 crossings, not terrible. Physically, 11 pace. Like, if that was like 13, 14, that would be great. But he's a hard worker. His passing's good. What else do we have on the right? Amadou Traore. He's been playing in France for a number of years. He's made the move to Mechelen this season. Good carry of the ball, actually. 14 dribbling's nice. And he's got that little bit of speed as well. So right-hand side, Amadou Traore looks like the man. Maybe inverted winger on the right. I like it. He's a good carrier of the ball. His finishing's a bit lacking, so I think inverted winger would be good there. Again, lots of 12s around here, which I guess is like the sort of the base level for this club. Like 12s, 13s are kind of okay attributes. Anything higher would be great. Cyril Ngonge, he's from Belgium, another left-footed player for the right-hand side. Again, dribbling's pretty good, so Ngonge and Traore seem to be the guys for that right-hand side. 15 pace for this guy as well. What about the left-hand side? Basilio from Equatorial Guinea. He can play all up that left-hand side, so we do kind of have another left-back there. 14 pace, 13 marking, so he could be a good left-back, but could get further forward as well. Nicholas Storm, Belgian, 30 years old, 14 pace, 13 crossings, the best we've seen so far. He's not bad off the ball either, so he could be a left winger. Just the one striker, that might be a bit of an issue. Alexandra Stanic, she's at 6'3", 16 heading, 15 jumping reach. Okay, we're definitely playing the target man then. His finishing's only 11, but if we can get him on the end of those headers, we could have ourselves a good target forward here. We don't have any backup for him. But Stanic looks like the man up top. He's 19 as well. He's got a lot of years to go. Like, he's the only striker they have and hasn't started the game yet, and he's got 3 goals. What have they been playing? So they've been playing 4-2-3-1, but with Schweiref up top. Okay, he does look like a possible striker then. Ilyas Schweiref. Finishing of 11. But I think we have to go with that target forward in Stanic and look to the future with this club. He's 19 years old. He's already pretty good. So I think Stanic will be our starting striker. So they've been playing this 4-2-3-1. Van der Berg and Ayer have been at centre-back. Van den Eyden seems to have been playing pretty well. Traore on the right-hand side and Storm on the left. I'd kind of agree with that. I would probably drop Mrapti a bit deeper and then go for a defensive midfielder and keep with our 4-3-3 with the DM. On the 21s, potential Matteo Makabe. He's French. He's a cam, so I don't think we'll really have much use for him. First touch isn't too bad. He's got a bit of athleticism. He's the only 5-star potential. We've got Ivan Segers. He's 18. He's a defender slash defensive midfielder. 14 heading. He's got good aggression, good bravery. So we've got a goalkeeper for the future here. He's 16 years old. I think we'll get him on a senior contract as soon as we can. And Jean-Christophe Lambert, 18-year-old defensive midfielder. Very good mentals and not bad physically either. Doesn't really have great tackling. 10's not terrible for an 18-year-old, but he's got some good mentals in there. The squad's not bad. A lot of its better players are starting to get to maybe the end though. Lots of players in their late 20s, early 30s sort of that are starting but haven't got really much more to give, I don't think. 725k transfer budget, 104,000 wage budget, but they are overspending quite a bit. Overspending by 18k. So let's just shift these so that we are... Oh, okay. That transfer budget looked good, but it is almost all gone once we try and balance the wage budget. So there does seem like a lot of players here. They've got a very big squad. So how do we compare to the rest of the sides in Belgium then? We're sitting sort of below average for a lot of these. Decision making, we are way above average, but we've got, you know, not a lot of aggression in our sides and not enough leadership either. So that might be a problem. Leadership might be a bit of a problem in the squad. Defensively, positioning not looking too good, but other stuff is sitting sort of just above. In midfield, stamina below average, vision, everything there below average apart from tackling and decision making. In attack, low anticipation, low off the ball. But heading at 8.97 is good. Jumping reach high as well. So I think direct route 1 might be the option there. Physically, natural fitness is amongst the worst in the league. That's not good. Mentally, we've got good determination, good decision making. So a fair few bits sitting just below average, but a few that are sort of above average as well. So that's kind of where we match up against the other sides in the division. Looking at our finances, we are £289,000 in debt at the moment, and our projection is looking very, very bad. But with the squad, I'm confident we can turn it around, get some results, get some wins. And then in January, I think we'll try and sell a few players, try and make up some money, get that wage budget back to what it should be, and see where we go from there. So there are a few match rules. Gibraltar, we had to have 5 players homegrown in Gibraltar. Here, we have to have at least 6 developed in Belgium for 3 years, and at least 2 players trained by a club in Belgium. Under 21s eligible in all matches, so we do have to register players. But yeah, we need to have at least 6 developed in Belgium, at least 2 trained by a club in Belgium. Maximum of 3 domestic-based players allowed on loan in a season. Is that players in on loan? I think that's what that means. Maximum of 6 foreign-based players allowed over the age of 22 on loan at a time. And 6 players over 22 allowed on loan to a foreign club at a time. We've got plenty of homegrown players, so those rules should not be a problem as long as we don't sell every single one of them. So next episode, I think we'll start with the first 2 games with the club. We'll do a double live com. So we've got Oostende at home on the 10th. Then we have an international break though, and then we've got Zolta. So I think we'll do both of those games. And yeah, hopefully and get ourselves some results and try and get these guys off the bottom of the table. They're just 3 points from safety, so hopefully we can get them off the bottom of the table and out of the relegation picture for the season. We'll see how things go, but that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below and leave comments. The other best ways to support the channel, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss a single episode of Local and Global. And next time we will have our first matches with KV Mechelen, our new club. And I will get some kits sorted for this club as well. I spoke so much about doing it at Europa, we never did. But Mechelen, we're going to get some kits sorted. And next episode we'll have our first match with our third club. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.